share what it is, and find a way to make significant what might be your ideal outcome. It's going to be a great day. I'm going to learn so many things. I'm going to do what it is I was meant to do. I'm going to find my passion, and I'm going to do it with an inner smile, a way that I'll know that I can calibrate who it is I'm feeling, what it is I'm feeling. If it is my opal essence, my aura, my halo, my common room, my cerebrum, just thought, right? If it is that, then I'm learning to navigate the parts that I like to be aware of the most. Total brain coherence leads to total heart coherence, leads to total body coherence. Scratch that. Make the brain all communicative. Make the heart open and felt, and allow the body and mind and spirit to unite until what you say is what you do and what you do is what you say. The thing it is called is harmony. It is your center, your nest being one, being sublime. Looking at it in a way that says self-actualization, manifestation, doing what you think and making it a superpower, right? And being able to think ahead and get it done. Learning to be a deductive reasoner so that what you articulate is insight and it always leads to the next step. That's the practice. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Eugene Jeffrey Mullins Jr. and I am a body worker and I am a future motivational speaker. I actually am a public speaker now, and I do this to learn, to help as many people find just their inner flourish as I can, because it's as simple as just learning from what other people have taught me, learning to apply it, learning to share it, learning to understand it, sharing solutions to problems that I have shared with others, is learning to pass the buck, only to pay it forward. And I just so happen to love rhyming about it, so EJMJ is my moniker, my initials, my pen name, my representation of self. Is paying homage to who I love, my family, my friends, me, and you, and we, and us, and them. Talk about it 3 times fast, and then him again. Sew it up and rock it into rhythms like you got it in your pocket, and you do it like you did them way back, and do it recollection style, and stay facts and say that, and understand the thing is a playback. It's just you and you back to you again, and it's you when you had a friend back, and then pretend that maybe it was us and them back all up in it. But maybe it was when the pressure's on, you can feel it, so you concealed it. But you learn that's not the way to heal it, so you do it, and you relieved it by saying that you dealt it. And if you accept the pain that you've caused others, and you repent, and you learn to not resent, but you learn to be a gent, and you realize that the regent way, the way that you prefer, is the way that you purvey everything that you say and you do author. So the authority approves when you do what you do. When it's sharing the clues, then the clue is to you, because you're the one who finds the things and does it sort of Sherlock. We're doing it like you say, man, it's like the hair locks, all the moisture in, and you learn it and feel again, like Gilligan, you build again that friend and call it Bill and then. Well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But just because it's a different path doesn't mean it wasn't. The thing you were supposed to feel, the thing you were supposed to see, the ideas you were supposed to understand for you and me, and we is team, and us, and them, and just oh. So when I say I did, I meant to say I said so. But if I said soul on my foot, I'm stomping ground, because I'm showing you that the way you live is sound, the way you are is rhythm, the way you break is blues, and how you feel is how you act and say it, attitude. So you add the rules, but it's not to do anything other than show yourself structure and do the thing you love and show the composure is your way to be your own beacon. You feel that it's something that you can talk about defensively. Well, if it was the way you were meant to be, then the fence is me. Because if I knew about who I was guarding against, I wouldn't have so many walls on my own inner dense. Innovate, realize, train of thought shifts. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. But things still remain when you learn to press go. So you say it like you meant to say it. And really, like hello. It was nice to meet you. It was fantastic, in fact. And the love that I feel is just like, the tails and the cap. The reward is the memory. Things you go through are just like links in a chain. Don't break the chain because something fell apart. Learn to hold it together and realize it's always the start, because one is the same, just like a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You learn that if you begin where it ends and it opens the path, then maybe like 4 squares, you can be a white giraffe. You can make no sense at all with the armadillo style, but automatically it's a sales tactic. Murano, do it proud. Because when you learn to just rhyme for the fact you're really just installing a rhythm, you like to hee-haw, but do it with the faith hymn. Bum, bum, bum. So you can send into your filaments what you prefer to release. Secrete what is, by choice, your chosen secret. Learn to open up when necessary. Learn when to close when necessary. Boundaries and realizing who you are generally will allow comfort. It'll allow you to construct the charismatic charm in a captivatingly congruent fashion. It's the chi, it's the energy. It's knowing that by choice the bliss occurs and you do it like it's licorice. Twist it up and pick a color and do the thing, and then you wish upon the stars that you call in your mind. Those 2 eyeballs, those are the deciders of what you seek and find. Your reticular activating system. I've mentioned that before. Your RAS is what you are. Realize that and score. Even more when it's 4 score and decades ago. When you realize that believing what you saw is the way you got to go. You got to grow. You were given that. It's a gift. And then one day maybe you stop doing it. You stop believing it and you stop realizing that you already knew what it was. And then again, you found a way to share it with a friend so they could say that I remember back, and I remember back to the future. And in the past, when we did what we did, it was super. We can suture up the old, or we can learn to make the new. We can fashion in the mindset that we really choose to edify, to know that what you're saying is wisdom. What you're saying is beguiling, because it's a prism. It's a scope. It's just how you see it. And it's your choice to see it. So when you share it, it's just a way, a frame. And they can be it, or they cannot, because that's just me. And it could be, and that's just them. And it's just us. And this is metallizing magic, like it is phlegm iron on my mind. Like you did it sharp in time. And I feel it like it's twine. So I rope it up and find that it's dopey, but you love it. And you did it because you are the best you can be every time. Play your own guitar. I'm saying just like you met your own Jafar. Do it Aladdin. I know that the bad guys sometimes won, but it didn't happen because they were bad. It's because they chose something to do. And if they won, it's most likely because the good side didn't pursue what they could have done. What I mean is, truth will always win out, and bad is usually something false when they overcame more than doubt. So what I mean by bad is sometimes it isn't great. You learn to take what is true, don't judge it, and annihilate any of the thoughts that you think makes it different, because what is true is who you are, and by righteous fact, what you came to do. You have a purpose. If your beating heart is telling you that it is loving every minute of the thing that you pursue. So if by obsession you go get it, and by protection you will defend it, and when I say you will never hit it, I mean omitting that. And that's a second chance at saying you got a bullseye point. Do what needs to be done, and it's pulled by joints. It is held together. The facts. Just knowing that it's an exciting time to be alive. It is who you are. It is something that you realize it's time to shine. It is one of the best things that is when you realize that it doesn't really matter. You can be everything you are, and you do not have to raise your voice above the chatter. You just speak it, and you raise your acumen, okay? You elevate your quality of speech, your argument. You don't raise your voice. That doesn't always play well. See, if you can just do it and you don't have to prove it, and you do it anyway and it just gets done, then the example that you're sharing is the one that shows why we chose the sun to follow. Like, we know it's light, but at the night we rest. And when you realize in your chest it's something that you need to confess, that you are a friend of faith, and you are a follower of what is fact. So when you realize that you know in your heart what you do is what you do, and that's that, well, then guess what? It becomes compact, and it becomes part of you, and trust that everything that you discuss is going to breed disgust, because guess what? Some must be not trustworthy, and they will bust on the things that they fear, because guess what? If you realized what you knew is so near to the thing in the mirror that you wanted to, and quite clear, it was that you had to remain sincere and not veer from what is known, what is unknown, and what is here. You gotta be, and you gotta be now. Like, exactly what it is exactly what it's about. Choose to listen to what works. Choose to take action and put together something of a pattern. Choose to execute and get better at feeling good about what works. Learn, and don't measure everything solely on things that you cannot control. Some things you can, but do not focus on any of those, because giving attention gives energy. So do not waste energy on things that do not deserve attention. Mainly things you cannot do anything about. So you can sometimes go ahead and reminisce, but do not stay stuck in the bliss of the past. It is a memory, and it is a blister, so it is meant to heal. And by picking at it and making a scab real again, you will find yourself dealing with old feels. Does not mean that it's something that you need to conceal, nor does it mean it is something that you need to chase after. It just means that it is, and it earned its place, and then you learn to show your face after the fact. Like, really, and that's okay. Learn to be who you are, and you're going to find yourself in another way. You're going to find yourself say, hey, ho, and do it like keeping your eyes on the ball. Like Benny, this Jet said, man, just put your glove up and you will see it as it falls. It will be there, click, clack, you hear it, with a ball back. It is fundamentals when you understand that where it's at is under the cap. It is in the mind and it is in the words that you say on repeat. So understand that what you do is what you do until you delete the things that you don't want to do, and realize that's part of the fun. Because when I said it the first time, I was really saying, man, it's only just begun. So yeah, learn, follow, act, learn, lead, love, like, learn, listen. I gotta do better at that. And that's okay. That's part of me. That's part of my own map. MyeLiN MaKinG is marking what you want most and then finding a way to muscle that into memory, like verbose. Like say it until the residual effect is that, and then it resonates, and then it's done, and it's in the body, it's in the mind, and the biology belief states that it's going to be there because you change the way you see, and the protons and the proteins respond differently. So if you want to check into that, Bruce Lipton, I recommend that highly. Look up another one, back in the backpack. When you're ready, come find me. Oof.